What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up VoiceMeeter with OBS using the VoiceMeeter plugin for OBS Studio. Let's jump right into this one. If you've watched any of my VoiceMeeter setup videos, you know that we set up audio input and audio output capture devices in OBS. Recent updates in OBS has actually caused a conflict with OBS recognizing VoiceMeeter devices. I went ahead and found a way to resolve this issue using a VoiceMeeter plugin built for OBS. Keep in mind you do need to run OBS in 64-bit to utilize this plugin. You can still use audio input and audio output capture devices, you just need to be aware of the fact that there is currently an audio bug at the time of me making this video. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the setup of this plugin. Once you've downloaded the zip file in the description below, you'll find it in your downloads. Go ahead and right click on that, go to 7-zip and extract the files. Once you've extracted the files, you should see it in your downloads as well. Go ahead and open that folder, go to OBS plugins, 64-bit, and copy the OBS voicemeeter.dll file. Once you've got that copied, we're going to scroll down in your file explorer here, go to your local disk, go to program files, and we're going to look for the OBS Studio file, which is right here. Go ahead and open that up, go to OBS plugins, 64-bit, and we're going to paste that DLL file here. If you already have OBS open, make sure you close out of it and then reopen it after you've pasted the DLL file in the plugins folder. Once you have OBS reopened, we're going to go to our sources, open a new source here, and as you can tell, we have a nice VoiceMeeter file now. So we're going to go ahead and open that VoiceMeeter file, hit OK, and what you'll see here is a stage, a speaker layout, a route 0, and route 1. The stage is where we're actually going to select where we route that audio from. We have the VoiceMeeter insert, input, and output, and the VoiceMeeter main. We're going to select the speaker output, whether we want it mono, stereo, 2.1, 4.0, 4.1, so on and so forth. Then we're going to route that speaker layout using the routing options available for us right here. We're going to create 5 VoiceMeeter sources and then we're going to name them appropriately according to the audio that's routed to VoiceMeeter. So with that being said, you need to open either 4 or 5 VoiceMeeter sources in OBS. You'll need 5 if you're routing your microphone through VoiceMeeter. You'll only need 4 if you use a different program to process the audio on your microphone. Alright, back on OBS, I'm going to go ahead and create my sources here. I will fast forward through this process. Alright, I went ahead and created 5 VoiceMeeter sources. The reason being is I think most of you route your microphone audio through VoiceMeeter, so you will need a total of 5 VoiceMeeter sources if you route your microphone through VoiceMeeter. Now we're going to go ahead and name these sources appropriately according to the audio that's on VoiceMeeter. If we take a look at VoiceMeeter real quick, just to remind you, our VoiceMeeter VIO input is the desktop audio. The VoiceMeeter aux input is the communication audio, so what people are saying in communication applications like Discord. Our VIO 3 input is going to be music. Our hardware input 1 is microphone. Our hardware input 2 is our browser that we routed to the virtual audio cable. And then we send that microphone to the B2 source, which is the VoiceMeeter aux output, the virtual output. So we're going to go ahead and rename these sources real quick. I'll fast forward through this portion as well. All right, I have all 5 of my sources created. Now we're ready to jump into the properties and start setting up VoiceMeeter for OBS. First, we're going to start with the desktop audio. So go ahead and right click on that source and go to the properties. Now the staging is how we're going to actually bring that audio to OBS. So we need to select either an input or an output source. We are going to pull directly from the input on VoiceMeeter. So we're going to select an input source. The speaker layout is going to remain on stereo. Then we're going to route that speaker layout to OBS. We will route either the left or the right side of that audio in these routing options here. So if we hit this drop down menu, what you'll notice is a whole bunch of options. It looks confusing at first, you just need to take a moment to make sense of it all. Strip 1 through 5 is going to be the hardware inputs on VoiceMeeter. So that'll be hardware input 1 through 5 if you're on VoiceMeeter Potato. The selections 10 through 33 are going to be the virtual inputs on VoiceMeeter. 10 through 17 is the virtual input VoiceMeeter VIO. 18 through 25 is the virtual input aux, which is going to be the VoiceMeeter input aux VIO. And 26 through 33, virtual input 8 is going to be the VoiceMeeter VIO 3 input on VoiceMeeter. We have our default playback device set to VoiceMeeter input on our desktop. That means our virtual input VoiceMeeter VIO is our desktop source on our computer. So we're going to route number 10 left on route 0. That will be the left side of that audio. And the route 1 is going to be number 11, the virtual input R, which is the right side of that audio. Go ahead and hit OK on that. Now we're ready to go to the communications. So right click on that, go to the properties. We're going to stage this again as an input. We're going to route it from the VoiceMeeter aux input, which we have set as our default communications device on our computer. So number 18 will be our route 0 and number 19 will be our route 1. Go ahead and hit OK on that. Now we're ready for the music audio. Again, we're going to stage it as an input. Instead, we're going to route this from the VIO 3. We used a program called Ear Trumpet to route that music audio to the VoiceMeeter VIO 3 input so we can separate it in OBS in different programs. So we're going to route the route 0 to the number 26 option and the route 1 to the number 27 option. Go ahead and hit OK on that. Next, we're going to do our browser. Now, the browser is going to be a little bit different. Again, we are going to stage it as an input, except for the routing is going to come from the strips. We use the virtual audio cable to send our browser audio into VoiceMeeter. What we do is send that browser audio to the virtual audio cable, which we have set as the hardware input 2 on VoiceMeeter. So that means the strip 2 is our browser audio. We're going to select the strip 2 source, both the left and the right. All right, now we're ready to set up the microphone source in OBS. So go ahead and right click on that and go to properties. We're going to stage this a little bit differently. I already set it up because I have to have the source muted in order to give this example. Otherwise there'll be doubled audio. So we're going to stage it as an output. Now it's going to be routed a little bit differently. As you can tell, you have different options here. All of the output sources from VoiceMeeter can be routed into OBS using the output stage. As you can tell, we have all our hardware outputs here, A1 through A5, and our virtual outputs, B1 through B3. We route our microphone to the B2 source, so we're going to select the B2 left and right for the routing here. Now I want to make sure the microphone is running properly. So if we look at the audio mixer at the bottom here, you can tell my microphone's running currently. That's the audio that you are hearing. I'm going to go ahead and mute this source and unmute the VoiceMeeter source. Now I'm talking to you on the VoiceMeeter source. This is the actual audio coming from VoiceMeeter, the VoiceMeeter aux output. So I know that the insert is working properly in OBS. The next thing I want to do is help you guys organize these sources a little bit easier so you can set them up in different scenes with ease. Using OBS, you can actually do some pretty cool things. If you hold down on Control and click on each one of these sources, it will highlight the sources for you. If you right click on the highlighted area, you can actually create a group from the selected sources. Go ahead and name this group audio. This will make it really easy to copy and paste the audio into every scene that you need. But you want to copy and paste it a certain way so you can remove certain audio sources from certain scenes you don't need audio in. Let me give you an example. If we take the audio from this source and copy it and head over to the live scene, what's up guys, you can right click in the sources area and paste a duplicate. Pasting a reference will actually paste the same exact audio group. If you paste a duplicate, it will paste a new group so you can delete certain audio sources or apply different filters to those sources in the different scenes. That allows you to customize every scene. So go ahead and paste a duplicate. Let me give you an example. If I take the music out of this folder, all you see are 4 sources in that folder. Going back to the full screen scene, opening the audio folder, the music file is still in that folder. There's a total of 5 sources in that folder. This allows you to fully customize your stream for every scene and customize the audio, calling for a very professional experience. That completes the entire setup for setting up VoiceMeeter into OBS. I hope you guys like the video. If you need help setting this up, we've got tons of smart people in my Discord server, so definitely check out the Discord. Link is in the description below. If you would like to help fund that Discord server and my YouTube videos, check out my Patreon.
Francois Patreon comes with a Discord an exclusive Discord help channel, along with the Francois Studios sticker and early access to YouTube videos. Patreon.com/thefrancois, starting at $3.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like on the video and I will catch you next time. Peace. Killed that video, dude. Killed it.